everyone, Oh My Giona here, and I'm ready to melt my face off. So I'm watching today episode 6 of The Chosen Season 3. Let's go. I'm scared. I don't know what we're gonna get. But oh my goodness. Is this Simon? Dang, the way this has been shot. It's very creepy and dreamy at the same time. No, these are the disciples. Oh. I think I saw the behind the scenes for this. Dang. They got a really nice shot from that. Is that Jesus? Yo. Who's that? This is a different person. A Roman. Guy's wife. She was the one who had that. Or is this like Pilate's wife? Probably is.
You'll catch your death out there.
It is.
You don't
Quintus.
have friends.
I do so.
You have valuable contacts. People whom you find useful.
But not
Strategic
friends.
acquaintances.
Maybe you should be governor.
Oh, the snake. They're really setting it up so early. Because later on, she will talk to Pilate when Jesus is brought to him, right? It's just so cool that it was her, like a Roman woman, who had that dream. Walk underwater. Oh, they're back outside. That's nice to see. Because they've been apart. And they usually stay in Simon's house. They're sharpening weapons now.
If you all are sharpening weapons, should I be too?
You have the sharpest weapon of all.
His wit?
His pen.
His mind. And your pen, you can poke somebody in the eye with it in a pinch.
I told you.
Sure.
Oh, they've really come a long way. Imagine like Simon and Matthew before.
If you need anything sharpened, just...
Riding, pretend like nothing's happening. Stabilize yourself, and then the sharp move forward. Change it, and then surprise them.
He's actually teaching him how to stab someone in the eye with a pen.
What's going on?
Nathaniel thought it would be better if James talked to him.
Members of the order have tracked me to Capernaum.
Thank you for being honest.
Dangerous?
Thank you for telling them.
They thought
A damaged home. Tell them it's not up to code and tear it down. If you see somebody who's sick, arrest them for spreading pestilence. Somebody selling wares, tell them they don't have permission and shut them down.
Gaius is
Fires,
conflicted.
Gaius, until it's too cold, dark, and miserable to stay.
Oh, he's so conflicted.
Remy,
He's changed.
I know what I must do, Dominus.
And he just walks out. It's really interesting to see his character arc. It's so weird because before, you know, like he would wear his armor and he looked so strong. I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but like he looks so strong and all that. But now seeing him with his armor, but like the way he stands, his posture is almost like scrunched. It almost looks like he's armoring himself up because, you know, it's like he didn't want these things and he's... Maybe I'm just overthinking. What?
Who's that? Who's that? What? Andrew, Philip, it's me, Leander. Who? Okay,
Who?
take it easy. It's Leander. From Nave. Drop your
That
neck.
was so funny.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. We only preach to Jews.
It doesn't matter who you were there for.
But they all heard
The
it.
Greeks overheard, some Jews kept sharing what you said. Before you know it, a few Greeks quit worshipping Olympian gods or stopped reading the auspices. That made people angry, so they turned on the Jews. The Jews closed ranks and sent the Hellenists and sympathizers out of their communities.
Oh man. You guys really turned the place upside down.
Judas.
You said your teachings were interrupted. Incomplete.
Well, not by choice, we were sent away.
But what you did say spread to the 10 cities of the Decapolis. The tensions we have in Nave boiled up everywhere. The whole area.
But what do
New
we do?
wineskins bursting the old.
People want to know more. They're hungry for the words of your
they
Rabbi
coming here?
Jesus.
It was an isolated mission. We were sent out 2 by 2 for a specific time to strengthen and unify our people.
Your mission can't be over.
Yeah.
It's brother against brother out there. Is that what you meant for us?
Of course not.
Then come back and finish what you started.
Yo. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. He's right. Like, it's not over. You went
Next time,
there.
knock louder.
Poor Leander. Oh, the consequences. I love that, how they emphasize on that word.
Hey,
The consequences. They did not think of that.
you're right. You always know what to say. You correct the boys when they fight.
Why are you bringing the boys into this?
Is this because I can't write or read?
No.
Then what?
But you... Do you really...
You pushed
Stop.
your way to the front of the crowd, you tore the roof off a house, and then you proclaimed for all to hear, I know you can do this, and the first words out of his mouth to you were, your faith is beautiful. Do you know where Jesus found me? In a bar, drunk.
So are you jealous? That has
I
nothing
prayed
to do
every
with
day
it.
I will never be anywhere without him again, but you just like it here. That must be nice.
It isn't how Jesus met us.
Of course not. No, it's just that... I'm sorry to say this. I think we should be more humble. I'm doing everything I can day after day, and I'm afraid I'm still broken. I worry I will never be enough.
Maddie, you are amazing.
You are.
I don't think we're supposed to see it. I can't imagine doing what you do. I struggle to understand your
Well,
entitlement.
you do what you
Where is your
can.
curiosity? You don't even know the pain of our people or our ways. You just show up and you do everything loudly and boldly.
She had her own pains.
Right. You do everything right.
That's not her fault.
I am sorry.
Please don't apologize.
No, I mean, I am sorry for the shame and regret you feel. Truly. It must be very painful. But Jesus forgave you. And you choose to hold on to it.
That's true.
And just because I'm not Jewish doesn't mean I don't know pain.
She probably went through a lot too.
You don't know what it cost me to get here.
She has her story. Just because she's not Jew doesn't mean that she did not suffer or struggle.
What do you do?
What do you see?
I don't understand.
There. Between the beads. What do you see?
A stain. Is that dry blood?
I come from a war-torn country. My brother and I were on a trip to unearth minerals for the family business. And when we returned, our village had been wiped out by a rival clan, including my father and my mother. This necklace that has been passed down to generations, that I didn't want to sell for just oats, it still has my mother's blood on it.
May I? Please.
Yeah, everyone has a story.
I lost my father suddenly too. And the thing he gave me to remember him by, I tore up and I threw away. I should have told you sooner. I judged your strength against my weakness. Pitied myself. Forgive me. I do well to have some of what you have. My head is spinning. I don't know the right thing to say.
Finally.
That was a really beautiful scene between them. I was kind of worried because you can see the tension building between the two of them. And they shouldn't be doing that if they're going to be working together for a common goal of helping Jesus' ministry. They should be friends, at least, you know. But that's the thing. I love how they did it too, with like the long table, and Mary was like, both of them were in either end of the table, and there was quite some distance, and that's showing that their hearts were also kind of like that they have a distance between them because they both don't know each other's stories. And the danger of that is you try to create your own idea of what the person could be. And so Mary, she had this rant about, you're so good at everything, you just barged in, you're so loud about your faith, and everything works out for you. When when Jesus found me, I was at my lowest. You had such a beautiful faith when Jesus found you. And she was feeling shameful about herself because of Tamar's good traits. And that's not fair for both of them, because they both have a story and Jesus found both of them, and it did not matter what kind of person they were before. Jesus called both of them. It shouldn't have been a problem. But the thing is, they didn't know much about each other. So Tamar opening up about her necklace and what it meant to her, and a story that brought her to where she is now. Now Mary can see her, not just her idea of who Tamar could be. And oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. I've been watching videos and thinking about and listening to podcasts about vulnerability because I'm thinking of using it for our household topic this January with my group. And this just came at the right time, you know. Being vulnerable and showing your true self to people who you know would understand. Like the two of them, they both follow Jesus. They're trustworthy. You can show yourself to each other, and that's what they did here. Mary right away, and I love how she was helping her put her necklace back on, and Mary opened up about herself too, that my father passed away suddenly and I tried to erase everything about him, and she struggled with that. But they both opened up, and you can see there when they continued with their conversation about the olive grove and the grapes, they were sitting closer to each other, and that's so beautiful. That has to be intentional. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I think I've been talking too much. Okay, back to the show. Atticus, it's been a long time. I'm really interested in how his story is gonna turn out too. He's kind of like Gaius. Oh, and I didn't talk about that too. I was so focused about Gaius and Simon's relationship. Two different, you know, race. But there's also Mary and Tamar. They're like a Jew and a non-Jew. So they had that parallel, and can't believe I missed it before. Was Pontius Pilate always this young? I thought he would be older.
I wonder, how
Sulfur. They said to add it to the Wudash?
So we need you to go to the market and buy as much as they have available. And if that's a lot, maybe have one of the boys help you carry it back. Probably Big James.
I'm not sure I have the cash to buy up all the sulfur the vendors have available.
Well, Joanna sends more money. Judas put it in the safe upstairs.
Okay, that's for you, Zippity.
They're so cute. They're becoming like each other. You can see Mary having this confidence that Tamar has.
And hardworking as you two. I'd be retired and living in a mansion. You know, because I'd be rich from catching so much fish. It's a joke.
Oh, they're so cute. Why is that there? Is that Matthew's?
Punishment, even. I guess we're sharing the same cell then.
I'm content. I don't want to rule over a warring nation in important times. I like the sea. I like the people. They're poetic and complicated. Except Caiaphas. Horrible. Horrible man.
For a moment there, you almost sounded like a holy man yourself.
It was funny.
I wish. Can't see 10 cubits in front of my face most days. I just want peace. I want the people to get what they want. For Rome to be sated.
Sometimes peace takes a war.
Oh. Oh. Sometimes it
I do
takes
thank
war
you
for peace.
For the intelligence, Atticus.
I love how they're using simple conversations like this to show someone's personality. Like you can see right away. Pilate, he He wants peace. He said that. And so he wants to give people what they want. And that's what he does later on. Oh, dang. No, I don't want this. Simon's trying so hard. But it's not that, man. It's not that.
Before.
I think he's trying to be
Salome gave it to me.
attentive.
Like lemon sweetness.
He's trying so hard.
But not sweeter than you.
Oh, Simon.
Simon, are you home?
And then they come, of course, these people. Yeah, you know what? I want Eden to tell them.
Yeah, I'd love it if you guys could make this quick.
But it's like, they
There's
don't
two
really
men
have
from Judea
privacy.
demanding to see Jesus.
But welcome to Capernaum, where everyone demands to see Jesus. Tell them we don't know where he is because that's the truth. Good night.
They claim to be disciples of John the Baptizer, that they bear an important message from John.
A message?
But they don't know where Jesus
Why
is.
wouldn't you have given it to Andrew and that woman from Herod's court? What was her name?
Jonah, Junia, something with
Joanna.
Joanna.
When Joanna snuck Andrew into prison. True or false? Andrew is a fine dancer.
No, even I know that.
False. Absolutely the worst.
True or false? When Andrew relieves himself, he retches and gags because he hates the smell.
No.
You wouldn't know. He always goes so far away in the wilderness to do it because he's shy about that sort of
Nice.
Trick question.
Well, the baptizer is being held in a maximum security prison that does not permit visitors or mail. If he sent you with a message, how could you get it?
A woman from Herod's court, Joanna.
All right, I believe you.
All right, I
What's the
believe you.
message?
But we don't know where Jesus is. What would Gaius do? What would he do? Is he really gonna drive these people away? Ooh. It's Z. They're here. But what do they want? Are they after Simon or are they after Jesus? Z, watch your back. Gaius. Ah. Does he have the heart to do it though? He says he knows what he has to do. He's thinking of Simon. Gaius, I don't know, man.
Morning. It's all right.
He's helping them. Oh my goodness.
All is well.
Is he gonna help Simon?
Mine will be the last face you see. I suppose you could kill me. But my rabbis will be the face that awaits me in heaven. Is that why you turned traitor? I joined the order to fight for the Messiah's coming.
And he's here now, so there was no point.
He is here. Brothers.
It's chilly last night.
Oh, there's Gaius.
Looks like your tent is damp.
Taxes are still collected? Yes.
So they're
And the
saying,
kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is no kingdom.
you guys are impatient.
Been promised.
You guys are
He is
blinded.
not what we thought, brothers.
He's not what we thought. His kingdom that we thought was gonna come,
I
it
have
was
bet
not
my
that.
life on it. I have given up the Sika and our way of life to follow the Christ after I witnessed the healing of my brother.
We'll tell him when we see him.
I'm sorry. How soon can we expect a response?
He won't know how soon I can expect a response. Let me tell you something about that word, soon.
Soon. They don't even know where Jesus is. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, somebody's running. Jesus is here. If there's a commotion, Jesus is there. Oh,
What's going
that's
on?
so funny.
One should answer. He's back.
He's back. Oh, guys, is seeing this. Oh my goodness. These people will see Jesus, and you would know who the Messiah is. You did it! Oh, it's so much fun. The doctor. Which one is that? He's not worried about guys anymore. Before, he would have been like, oh, a Roman soldier. But now he's like, he's here. He's seeing Jesus. Like, oh, it's so nice to see.
What's going on? How long has he been here?
Not long. As soon as he showed up, he was surrounded. He's safe. He'll be...
And Jesus heals differently. Like, different for each person. I wonder, because he does he have a limp? He has crutches.
Soon might be now. Let's get John's question answered.
Lucky you guys.
I know.
Tires. It's that Pharisee from before.
Fang, let me see your knife.
Is he gonna cut it? He'd be able to speak.
I've never said anything with my own words. Where would you like to start? Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe. Let's save those big titles for a little bit.
His prayers, he's saying it to Jesus.
Ah, yes. What do we have here?
These are two of your cousin's disciples, Avner and Nadal.
Jesus of Nazareth?
That name I respond to readily. Or I won't be returning to Nazareth in this lifetime.
The baptizer has an urgent question for you.
I recognize you from the day John introduced me to Andrew.
Behold the Lamb of God who comes to take away the sin of the world.
Yes. Good memory. My cousin can get excited. So, what does John want to know?
Someone brought us in haste. This isn't appropriate here. We can talk later.
Sam?
I actually think now is the perfect time.
Who here has experienced John the Baptizer in some way?
I love John.
I know some of you rejected John, but some of you believed his message. He has had a profound impact on so many in this region. And these are two of his disciples, so let's welcome them.
Let's go.
He sent us to ask you if you are really the one who is to come. Or should we look for someone else?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a scandal.
Say that last part again.
Should we look for someone else?
For those of you who could not hear, John the Baptizer, my cousin, who has prepared the way for me, is now questioning if I'm the Messiah, or if maybe we should keep waiting.
Perfect. Everyone's here.
John is getting impatient, yes?
He's always been pretty impatient.
One of his quirks.
He has been in prison a long time.
Word reached our ears about what happened in Nazareth. That you said the Spirit of the Lord is upon you to proclaim liberty to the captives.
If you say you are here to free prisoners, then why does he remain? He rightfully wonders
That's
why
not
you
the
would allow his
point.
entire ministry to be halted by an imposter king.
Proclaiming liberty to the captives can mean more than just freeing inmates. There are many kinds of captivity that keep people.
Sin.
Is that what we're supposed to tell him?
No, that's just for you.
We heard our former comrades Andrew and Philip have gone to the Decapolis. Is that where you're planning to launch the revolution to overthrow Rome?
Guys, like, wait.
I have something in mind for the Decapolis. And it will be revolutionary, but
Not a
probably not in the
revolution.
way you're thinking.
What are we supposed to report back?
Tell him what you see. Yusuf is like, oh, Jesus, please.
Go and tell John what you hear and see. The blind receive their sight. The lame walk. The lepers are cleansed. The mute speak. And the poor have the good news preached to them. Blessed is the one who is not offended by me.
I will always be offended by blasphemy. As should all of you!
So what happened to his daughter? You know this isn't blasphemy.
I did not see what happened. Your supposed rabbi disrespected me as a holy man. Another sign of his evil spirit. And I also don't know any of the details that happened. He is hiding something. And I cannot stand here and allow you all to be deceived by his sorcery. Even if I'm the only one willing to protect you.
Yusuf's like,
Go. Relay to my cousin what you have seen and heard here today. And add to that the dead are raised as well. And tell John I love him.
he said it! That he raised the dead! He said it.
Did my response to the baptizer's disciples sound to any of you like a rebuke?
Yes.
Nathaniel.
Always count on you, Nathaniel.
Yep.
Many of you were baptized by John. I myself was baptized by him. You heard how strong he was, how passionately he believed.
And yet
now, even he has questions. When you went to the wilderness to see him, did you expect to see a reed shaken by the wind? Someone in fine clothing, like those in king's courts? Or did you go to see a prophet? A prophet, yes. And I tell you, John is who Isaiah and Malachi spoke of. What did they say, Big James?
Behold, I send my messenger before you, who will prepare the way before you.
Yes, and this should tell you something. Among those born of women, none is greater than John. And even he has questions.
Another demon-possessed blasphemer. And you call him great. He called your religious leaders, you and men of God, vipers!
Yes, he did.
Are you going to say something?
I think his silence
Just
is his
like-
response.
And here's what's so wonderful, though. None are greater than John here on earth. In the kingdom of God, The one who is the least is even greater than he. And John himself would say the same. So please, listen carefully. Do not waste the time right now to hear the truth that I have for you. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Yet so many in this generation are missing it. Do not miss it. Those of you who have rejected John's message of repentance, and those who are now rejecting mine, you remind me of the children in the marketplace that play games while the adults are busy. And you know how they pretend to be adults in a wedding or even a funeral. You are like the children who refuse to play. Whether it's a happy game or a sad game, it doesn't matter what it is. And like Aesop's fable, the others say, we played the flute for you and you did not sing. We sang a dirge and you did not weep. You and those in your order say John has a demon because he lived in the wilderness, preaching repentance while refusing bread and drink. And now the Son of Man comes, preaching salvation while eating and drinking and dancing. And I'm called a glutton and a drunkard.
Jairus.
A friend of tax collectors and sinners.
What do you guys want?
It doesn't matter what is put in front of you.
Exactly.
You will reject it. Beware of this. Wisdom means nothing if it's not acted on. Wisdom is justified by all her works.
I love how he stares at people.
As you see what is happening to those around you, as you see the lives being changed by repentance and salvation, do not ignore the
He
evidence
talks
of the
to them
kingdom of God.
straight.
Woe to you if you do not receive it.
Pardon, no, I would like to remind everyone that Quintus has imposed a limit of 25 people for all outdoor gatherings in the latter part of the day. By my estimate, we will very soon be at risk of detainment.
That man is right.
Disperse, disperse. I love it. Guys.
Shelters immediately. I said immediately.
Let's return to our homes. It's all right.
I will
It's
report
amazing.
all of this. You are deceiving.
I said.
In a way, he's protecting Jesus. Ah, so cool. I love Gaius, man. It's like they have an understanding. Barnaby, what are you thinking? What's in your mind? Z is so proud. Like,
Do you
this is...
understand now?
Yeah.
I understand very little of what I heard. Even less of what I saw.
The Messiah does not need our daggers.
Maybe you've forgotten what the Order stands for, but we haven't.
Enough! Are you blind?
Are you blind?
This is not a traitor. You could join me. I'll find my own path. But I will return to the Order with the truth. Simon of Zacharias. His death.
Aww. Aww. You know what? He faced death, and he faced it head on, because he knows Jesus. Jesus is the Messiah. He did not refute him.
Is there a camp we should take you to, or do you want to stay at Simon's again? Probably
Oh, maybe Barnaby wants to
maybe with Andrew.
wants Shula to be healed. So he was not thinking about himself. He was thinking about Shula.
Who is it? Why did we stop?
It's him.
Barnaby, we don't need to bother.
It's fine, Shula. I'm grateful you brought Barnaby here for the healing of his leg.
No, I brought her. She's the one who...
I know Barnaby.
Please. She won't ask.
Shula, are you afraid to ask for healing?
Yes.
Do you have faith that I can heal you?
Of course.
Then why haven't you asked?
You have so much to do, Rabbi. So many people need you more. I'm used to this.
Could always go to Jesus.
Shula, look at me.
Look at you. I can't see you anyway.
I want to see your face. You and Barnaby have been so kind and lovely from the first time I met you. And your faith has been so strong, even though you haven't seen a miracle.
You redeemed my friend. Mary's miracle was so clear to me. I didn't need sight.
I know. You see better than most in this region. But since your friend Barnaby here won't leave me alone,
oh my gosh. And I love how Barnaby thought of her and not his leg. You know, like he came here for Shula's healing, not for himself.
What? Did it work?
Of course it did.
it's time, Shula.
Did it?
It worked. Of course it did. First person you see. First face that you see.
I can see you're not as handsome as you said.
Oh my god, that was funny. And look how grateful he is. And it's not even about himself, it's for his friend.
So bright.
How long has it been?
Over 10 years. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Thank you, friend. What about him?
No. I'm fine. This is about you.
Wow.
This is about her. Some other time, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You're a true friend. Well now, friends, we must all get home. Barnaby, she will still need you to walk her home. It's getting late. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom,
Take
shalom.
this from me. Don't think you'll need it anymore.
And he's so genuinely happy.
Wait a minute.
Take this.
Of course.
Did you?
Of course he did, Barnaby. Who else?
Oh my.
You're welcome, Barnaby.
No matter how many times I see him healing people, it's just...
You can do it faster than normal tonight, huh?
Oh, man. Doesn't matter how many times he does it. I'm so happy.
Pharisees around for this one.
Still, just as fun.
Tell him, please.
He recognized John's disciple from somewhere, and they wanted to know if he was the real thing, which is crazy given everything they just seen.
Lost the baby.
What?
Thank you for saying it.
You didn't know.
Say that again?
Our baby.
You were with child?
You were gone when I found out.
No, this...
You were gone when I miscarried.
Were you working too hard?
No. And that's not what causes these things.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't want to distract you. I didn't want to make you regret your choice, because what could be more important than... I thought that I could just keep it to myself. But I didn't know the hurt would go on so long.
Eden, this happened weeks ago.
See, I was right. Look how you're handling this.
Well, I have a right to grieve my own child.
I know. There's no right answer.
No, the right answer would have been to tell your husband.
Are you mad that it happened, or that I didn't handle it the way you wanted?
I'm not mad.
You're furious. I can see it.
I'm furious. You were acting like I did something wrong. I had no idea what was going on. I was taking advice from a Roman. What did I do wrong?
You didn't do anything.
What?
You did nothing. You asked nothing.
She's right.
You came home from being gone and you didn't even ask how I was. You didn't offer to help with anything. You just took a nap.
You told me to.
Yes, because I was being considerate of you. Because I was showing love to you while I was in pain, but I didn't know you would rush to bed and then have the boys over the next day.
You told me to take a nap. Am I supposed to read your mind?
Well, you were happy to read my body. It might be nice for you to try to read my mind.
That's not fair, and you know that.
I know that's not fair. I know I wasn't always right. I know. I was a little distracted from losing my own...
Yeah, she had it tough, Simon.
You're upset I was on a mission.
You're putting words in my mouth.
But were they in your head?
Don't ask me that. You can't ask me that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. He should never have called me.
Oh, see,
don't say that.
This is what I was afraid of.
Stupid mission to Caesarea with Judas.
Leave Jesus out of this. This is between us. It's not his problem.
Well, he's the Messiah. If it's not his problem, whose is it?
But it's between the two of you, Simon.
You're the one comforting me.
I've had a lot more time with it.
Why did it happen like this? I don't understand.
It happens. It's not your fault. Don't end. Don't end! I'm really glad that Eden was finally able to talk about it. Because at some point she has to. And she even says, like, I did not think the pain would last this long. And that's just hard. Like, I understand why Simon was mad. It's probably because he does not know who to blame in this situation. Because nobody's at fault. Like, it wasn't his fault. It was not Eden's fault. Definitely not Jesus's. But he had to blame something, someone. And there's so many things going on in his brain. And eventually he just falls. And it's crazy how Eden's the one comforting him. although she says like she has had it for longer than he did. So that made sense. I'm just glad that they're finally talking about it, because then they can heal together. It's hard when you're just by yourself, right? This episode, I kind of wish we saw John though, kind of like just a flashback of him asking the question. I would want to see like what kind of expression he had on his face when he asked this question. I know he's quite impatient, but like Jesus said, he's always been for the kingdom, and he's the guy who's preparing the way for Jesus. And yet he's doubting right now because he's imprisoned for so long, or maybe because he doesn't see it himself, right? But then Jesus just keeps doing what he's doing. But it really feels like it's getting closer to, because everyone's alerted of him now, like the Pharisees, the order, the Romans, they're all on him now. So I mean, we're only on season 3 though, and there should be like 4 more seasons left. I don't know what else happens in between. I'm kind of worried. And then we have Philip and Andrew going to Decapolis, and I don't know what they're gonna do there. But it's really nice how they emphasize that consequence part of it, because in missions, it's not like it's over when you think your job is done. No, there are consequences to it. It sends off a ripple. You know, when you throw a stone in the water, there's like ripples, right? Things change and people are affected by it. What else? Yeah, it was just so nice to see. Oh, Shula and Barnaby though, that was so cute. They finally got their healing. It was just the perfect timing, and they were so happy, and Jesus was so happy. Everyone was. It was also nice to see more people like coming to our side. Like Jairus dispersing the crowd, and Gaius helping, and he even threatened that Pharisee, and he's just like, I said, go back to your homes. And like the way he looked at Jairus, like, yeah, I got you. We're on the same side. That was cute. I think I talked about the Mary and Tamar part earlier. But yeah, we only have 2 episodes left in this season. I think I saw on Facebook that they are gonna do like the finale on in theaters, but I'm not sure if they're still gonna show it on the app. But I'll figure it out after this video. But yeah, I guess I did not cry that much. That's a win. I cried so much last episode. Oh my goodness. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this episode down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch it in theaters or if it's still gonna be here, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.